Chicago! Welcome into the Chicago Sports Podcast presented by Goose Island, the official beer of CHGO. Find one of their locations at gooseisland.com/locations. What's up, everyone? Happy Thursday. Kevin Kaduk, head of content here at CHGO. Joined, as always, by Kacy Standohar, Luke Stuckmeyer, and the man behind the board, Lawrence Benedetto.
What board? What is there a board?
Soundboard.
The Roadcaster board.
Oh, okay.
Board is spelled B-O-R-E-D. Shout out Norm McDonald.
Yes, there you go. Norm.
If you like that reference, if you understood that reference, I like you. I don't know if anyone else.
Oh boy. Well, what if you don't understand the reference? Does that mean you don't like them?
Do you
He
understand?
just doesn't like you as much.
Conan OBrien, Carrot Top, and it's like the best Conan OBrien moment of all time.
Yeah.
Before Casey's time.
Yeah, I don't know what you guys are talking about.
Casey was like 4 when it happened.
Casey's like, who's Conan OBrien?
Nuh-uh, I know Conan.
Kenzie Bonesy.
She's like the guy with the podcast.
I
Yeah.
know. No, I watched
Great
his
podcast.
show
Shout out to Matt
back in
Gorley.
high school.
Conan, I mean, vintage Conan was as good as it gets. I don't know. I think that's kind of been lost.
He did that thing with the string. Guys, I watched his show.
He was fun.
Not
I
that
was
young.
never a huge Conan guy. I was always a Letterman guy.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, I found
was
Conan
both.
occasionally funny, but if I have to say who's my favorite nighttime guy, it's easily Letterman.
It sucks that era has passed. The
guys are not the same anymore. Fallon has some funny stuff when he dances with Timberlake, and that's about it.
But it's all just made for social media.
Yeah.
If it's
Why
good, you'll
not?
see it on social media.
Yeah.
When's the last time you tuned into a late night?
I used to watch it religiously. I used to love Late Night with Jimmy Fallon, and then when he got the Tonight Show, I watched it. But then once every single video and clip was on Instagram and YouTube, you don't have to stay up and watch it.
Now it's past. I'll past my bedtime though. That's another problem.
Well, yeah. You get a lot more options. You always go to Netflix or somewhere else, too.
You guys, I was on the Jimmy Fallon Late Night Show.
Really?
What?
Yeah. This is a good story.
You were on
We don't have
it?
time
You were
for
on
Or
it
you
or
were
an
at
audience
it?
member?
I was at it and on it because I was an audience member and I was right next to the person that was in the skit. So I was like very much in the shot, in the frame for
So
a
you're
large
still
chunk of
there.
the monologue.
You were at it.
Yeah.
I wasn't on the Bozo show because my cousin played one of the games. I was at the Bozo show that my cousin played one of the games.
I was there for Justin Timberlake's episode.
That's pretty cool.
Was cool.
Yeah, that is
And I thought when the seat next to me was marked off that Justin Timberlake was going to sit next to me. He did not.
That's too bad.
It was
got to
someone
see
else.
Letterman.
Did you go because you knew JT would be on it?
Well, no, because you book that ticket before you know who the guest is going to be. So we got really lucky. This was years ago, but he didn't even have this night show yet.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I like Jimmy Fallon. He's fine.
No.
Jimmy
fine.
Fallon's funny.
They're fine.
Yeah.
It was the Mets bucket hat guy that was sitting next to me that's in a lot of his skits, or used to be in a lot of his skits.
Kimmel's unintentional censorship thing is his best bit, whatever he calls that.
I got sick of that.
It was funny when he first did it.
It was funny
Very
the
funny.
first 300 times.
Thanks for stopping into today's show. We're going to have a good one. The Chicago Sports Podcast, the week that was in Chicago sports and the week that will be. Make sure you hit that like button. Thanks for dropping in. Good to see Marcos. Good to see Zach, Lord Crimson, our man Gary Ross. Hey, don't forget our CHGO Blackhawks are having a party in Nashville 2 weeks from yesterday. 2 weeks from Tuesday. Make sure you check out our events page for that Nashville road trip. They're having a gathering on the Tuesday before the draft at Hopsmith there. It's going to be a good time. And when you buy a ticket, not only do you get drinks and food, but you'll also get our TBA CHGO Blackhawks draft shirt, which
Totally
will come out.
Bedard always. Is that what that
Bedsy.
stands for?
Yeah. Total Bedard. Yeah.
Draft. The Bedard draft, TBD.
We can't show it on the show because it's a highlight, but
Or can we say Bedard?
people are wearing his jersey at random baseball
Yeah,
games.
did you see that?
It's
Was
amazing.
it Mets game?
Mets Yankees, yeah.
That's awesome.
Did we make sure it was not the one from our set?
Yeah.
That is still over there.
It's
So.
over there.
Yeah.
So
I
check
mean-
that out. We also have our Father's Day shirt sale. You won't be able to get it in time for Father's Day, but you can always just maybe print out a picture from chgolocker.com. Buy one T-shirt, get the other one 50% off. So that's a good thing to take advantage of.
Why not? For your dad, brother, uncle, grandpa, whatever.
Well, you get him the Die Hard membership, too. It'd be nice.
Yeah.
That's true.
Get Dad the old Die Hard card that he can throw down anywhere and press all his
stickers.
friends.
He gets a shirt involved with that. So
2 shirts are better
Couple
than
of ways
one.
to go
get
about
things
it.
like the Adam Hogue newsletter in your inbox. You have some other Die Hard content cooked up as well. So good time to be a part of CHGO, especially as we look forward to this Bears season. I don't know, though. Yesterday, our guy Adam Hogue went on the air on the score and said, look, he didn't have that great of a performance, which was the truth. Adam was out there. He watched
Justin Fields.
with his own eyes,
Okay.
made his own conclusions. That is what we pay Adam Hogue to do.
Right.
Adam Hogue has been on the beat a long time. Adam Hogue talks to coaches and scouts and talent evaluators and other media members and players and uses all this to inform his opinions. And not only did he say that opinion of what he saw from Justin Fields, but attached 1,000 qualifiers to it.
Yeah.
It's still June. Darnell Mooney and Chase Claypool aren't out there. It's still only his second year in this offense.
Oh.
And people still lost their minds. And I don't know what people are expecting.
There is
on.
no more polarizing athlete in Chicago than whoever might be your starting Bears quarterback. Always and forever. If it was Mitch, same thing. You go back to any quarter, whether it was Orton, Tom Zach, like Harbaugh, always the Bears quarterback. And now everybody wants to believe that it's Justin Fields. All he said was he didn't have a good day. Now, keep in mind that could mean that your Bears defense had a good day.
Right.
So it's still not the end of the world. One of the two things is going to happen. If he lights up the defense, aren't you supposed to be mad that the defense was bad?
Yeah.
That's why, like, when you're practicing against yourself, let's face it, it means mostly nothing. It just doesn't mean that much. Everybody knows what play's being run. They're on the same team.
Right.
I mean, how good or bad could it be?
Here's the thing, though. We are going into a season, and we've been this way for more than a year now. If you're a Chicago Bears reporter, and let's say you stop at Chipotle on the way home and you get a burrito, and that guy recognizes you and says, you know, your burrito artist recognizes you and says,
Burrito.
hey, were you out of Bears practice? What is the first question that burrito artist? I don't even know how I got on this. How did Justin Fields look?
Yeah.
That is the number one job of any Bears reporter, whether they're at CHGO or anywhere else. And that's, you know, Adam goes on the score yesterday. What's the first question out of their mouth? How did Justin Fields look?
You want him to lie?
Exactly.
Oh, he was great. He hit every pass. Every guy right on the money in stride. It was perfect. He went through his progressions. I saw him go through 7 progressions on one, and then he finally hit the final receiver in stride for a 90-yard touchdown. Well, that would be a lie.
Right.
So, I don't know. You asked the guy his opinion. He gave his opinion.
And, yeah, look, he was 15 of 18, right? But statistics can lie, right?
Sure. It was
A lot of those were dump-offs, right? So you just can't – I had one guy on Twitter saying, oh, well, just tell me what the stats were. Well, stats don't mean anything without context.
Right.
Justin Fields, you know, threw for an average of 130 yards a game last year. Sucked. But he also lit the world on fire with his legs, right?
Yeah.
So I just don't know if we are going to make it through this season, because Justin Fields is an incredible talent, and that's why we're so invested in him. That's why I'm invested with him. But it's still going to be, I mean, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe the guy comes out and is the no doubt number 1 quarterback in the NFC, and he's starting the Pro Bowl next year. That's maybe the best case scenario. I do think that's within the realm of possibility with him, and that's why we're excited. But I think to get there, there's still going to be bumps in the road, and I don't know if Bears Twitter is ready for it.
Do you want the worst case scenario for your Bears season?
No.
No,
Definitely no.
I don't even want to hear you
Because
say
that's
it.
like people are going to be mad at me. Here's your worst case scenario. The best case scenario is Justin Fields is the best quarterback in the NFC. Oh, we can all agree on that. We'd sure like to see it. All of a sudden we have him as they like to say. Next case scenario would be, what if Justin Fields is bad? Okay, to me, that's not the worst case scenario. It would suck for the season, but you'd still have set yourself up for the opportunity to draft a quarterback next year because you have the 2 first-round picks.
Yeah.
To me, the worst case scenario is meh Justin Fields this year. You don't know which it is. Kind of like our baseball teams. Like, hey, we're in a bad division. We could still compete. I want Fields to be great or let us know that he's not the guy. Don't give me the in-between, because if he gives us the gray in the middle, then that leaves it up to, no matter what happens, every Bears fan is going to be angry. They're all it's going to be such infighting you won't know. That still may happen regardless. But the one way it wouldn't is if the guy was just horrific or spectacular. If he's in the middle,
I agree.
Will you take a 10-7 season this year?
yes.
Okay.
Oh my God, double digits? Are you kidding me? Yeah.
But that also means that there's going to be 7 Sundays or 7 post games where we're sitting here saying, what the hell just happened?
But that
Might not start every game.
Come on. You can't expect a 3-win team to win 10 games and you're not excited every week.
If he leads them to 10 wins, and it's more importantly, how
I think
does
that's,
he play?
but I honestly think 9 or 10 wins is the most likely scenario here.
Well, I think it's
The
the best
most
case
likely?
scenario.
Well,
I think 6 is.
yeah, I think that's optimistic.
I was
Kev.
going to say 10, 11 wins is best case scenario.
That's insanity if we're thinking 10 or 11 wins. What are we, Will DeWitt
real-
last
to me,
year?
it's
if,
really
if they're
not about
10 and
the
7,
wins,
is he the number 1 quarterback in the NFC?
No.
Jalen Hurts still exists.
Yeah.
I mean, there's other
Probably
guys
not.
but who cares?
I've
Like,
seen
if
a
they
lot
win
of people
10 games,
say
what's
they-
the difference where he is?
I've seen a lot of people say they think the Cowboys will win that division this year because the same team never wins that division. So that would mean Dak would have a great year.
Yeah.
Not that he won't in Philadelphia, but it could mean that Dak is due for a good one.
But I think the Eagles can get to 13 or 14 wins with Jalen Hurts playing a lesser role than Justin Fields plays on a 10-win Bears team, is what I'm saying.
Well, for one, he's got a defense. Like, what if Fields is really good and he's throwing for 350 yards a game, and he's hitting the receivers 350.
You
Whatever.
guys are just talking insanity.
Let's go.
What
I'm just
show
saying,
am I on
what
right
if
now?
he starts going through the progressions? We see all the progress we want to see individually from the quarterback. The turnovers are cut down. He's hitting guys downfield. The offense looks better, but the defense is as bad as it was last year.
Mm-hmm.
Well, then they still might not win 10 games. So what if they win 7 or 6 games but Fields is good? I'll take that scenario too.
Yeah, you want to. That's all this season's about, is finding out if Fields is the guy or not. We think he is, but we need to find out on the
I
field.
think it's 6 or 7 wins, though. It's
Now, if he's going to be bad, then they might as well-
wait, he can
he's
be
gonna be
good
bad. I'm
and
saying be
still,
bad
can
all the
still
way.
get 6 or 7 wins, right?
Yes, he could
I
still.
don't-
As
So why
Luke
is
just
that-
said, if their defense still is not,
Yeah.
can't
I mean, the
rush
Right.
defense
So
is
why is it
terrific.
about
Now
him
they've
if he
added
still
guys.
only
but
get 6 or 7 wins?
he's the quarterback.
Yeah, but
he should elevate the team.
Right.
If he's really him, he may elevate the team because they've given him some more weapons. But man, what if they lose like 2 offensive linemen from a line that you're still already kind of like, Well, then there's going to be another built-in excuse that's going to take you towards the gray territory, which I say is NFL hell.
Where you don't have, you don't
You're
have.
not sure.
Not sure. That's absolutely right.
purgatory.
Not
That
good.
would be bad.
It's where you find our baseball teams and our basketball team.
Yeah. Nobody's
Nobody's
not good.
sure.
We already know that's
Yeah.
not good.
We know we're
We've
not
seen
sure.
it.
So Gary's in comments. He said Fields also said yesterday he was holding the ball longer on purpose to work on some things with routes.
There you go.
I guess.
Thanks, Gary.
Well, it's like that video of Giannis after the NBA playoffs where he was like, "Do you always have a great day?" Like asking that reporter, like, not every day is going to be my best day. Like
No.
everyone in any job has a bad day at work.
Right.
Yeah, look at me.
Look at my takes
Lawrence
on
is
this
having a lot of
podcast.
bad
Complete crap. Everybody knows it.
So, I mean, I know Fields didn't come out and say anything about it besides that he was working on other things, but
Right now with Fields, it's such a balancing act because you do have that incredible talent,
Yeah.
the leadership that we've seen, everything you want to see from a quarterback, the size, the speed, with also here's a bunch of stuff that he has to work on. So it's going to be this push and pull between. I mean, there's people who are, think for sure Justin Fields is going to be hoisting the Lombardi one day, and there's that other side that thinks he's a Bears quarterback. He's going to suck, right? Because that's just what happens, rightly or wrongly. And it's just like this push and pull between the two, and it's like I really wish I hope that he takes the jump where he weeds out all that uncertainty. And yeah, every quarterback is going to have a bad game, throughout the year. But if you can get those down to maybe one or two, and I don't think he's at that point right now. So I don't know. I'm nervous.
Well, I've said on this podcast before that the first game of the season terrifies me. And that's from years of trauma, right? That's,
right.
When you go through trauma like that, you don't just shed it because all of a sudden Aaron Rodgers is gone. What if Love outplays Fields in week 1? That will set us back mentally as fans decades.
Yes.
Like if they lose that game to the Packers and Love throws for 5 touchdowns and Fields has 3 picks. Oh.
Yeah, but look at the game 1 we had last season and the optimism for it to all go plop.
Yeah, although it was like raining sideways.
Yeah.
but yeah, I know what you're saying.
That was so exciting,
yes.
and it's like that's also like false hope.
Yeah.
What gets me is that 2019 opener when we, it was the 100th anniversary.
Oh, yeah.
Opening night, Thursday night at Soldier Field. We finally get, and coming off 2018.
Yeah.
And then they lay the 10-3 turd out there. That's what worries me.
But that stuff happens in week 1. That's the crazy thing about week 1 is because with less preseason games and less time in the offseason and all of that stuff, like week 1 is usually a crapshoot in the NFL. Picking games in week 1 is not easy.
No.
You don't know who's going to be good. You don't know who's going to be ready to play week 1 in the season. Teams that are look at the 49ers. Did anybody in the world think the Bears were going to beat the 49ers? No, and they wouldn't have at the end of the season either.
Right. Kacy, what did you make of Justin Jones stirring the pot on the Packers rivalry and saying their fans I forgot what the exact quote was, but their fans are shitty. Was the
I love
exact
it.
terminology.
Why not keep that going? Aaron Rodgers or not? I love how we tweeted it and said rivalry's back on. Like it was never. I don't think it was ever not on.
I like Justin Jones. He stirred the pot ahead of the Patriots game and saying they were still cheating. He's a good personality.
I forgot about that.
I know Karma has a good relationship with him. I like that swagger. We saw DeMarcus Walker talk some things up yesterday. So it seems like it's a good locker room. We knew that last year was not a bad locker room for a 3-14 team. And so hopefully they're still building on something. So
it's also a funny comment, too, because he was like, man, I wish Rodgers was still there because I would have liked to kicked his ass, And it's like
that's how we feel, right?
It's like the kid on the playground that gets into the fight and he's like, hold me back. But he knows he'd get his ass kicked if you didn't hold him back. So that's why he's yelling, hold me back.
Yeah, I mean, I think every Bears fan out there, there's at least some people were just glad to see Rodgers go. And I understand that. But I still wanted a 2-0 season against Aaron Rodgers.
But I'll take a 2-0 season without him too.
How much
I'd rather beat Aaron Rodgers, sure, but I don't want to go 0-2 against Aaron Rodgers.
Would beating Aaron Rodgers in the Super Bowl with the Jets be as satisfying?
Boy, now you're talking total fantasy.
Yeah, I know. You're talking crazy again. But yes.
It could happen within the next 2 years.
Sure. Okay.
If it does, it would be enjoyable.
It would be really fun.
Be enjoyable.
How much would you pay?
Not as much as some people paid for those tickets to Taylor Swift, I'll tell you that.
Who are you talking about?
Some people.
Some people. Yeah, I don't know.
Some people.
Yeah.
Some people.
People, by the way, when we were talking about that was last week, wasn't it?
2 weeks ago.
Two weeks ago,
yeah.
But it was just, the fact was, all of a sudden it was the most impossible ticket to get, and everybody was paying $2,000. And then by the time it was over, I came into work, and everybody I knew went to the concert. I was like, well, what happened to this being the most difficult concert for $1,000? Some people here, some people went. I know multiple people in this building that went.
I know.
Yeah.
Worth every penny.
Was it?
It was.
Were you there the night the bug flew into her mouth?
No, it was the night after.
That would have been worth the price of admission.
I wish I was the bug.
Same.
If I could be a fly on the wall or bug in the mouth of Taylor Swift.
Gross.
I saw that some bar has now made a drink named after, I don't know what bar. I just saw the headline.
Taylor Swift bug.
The Taylor Swift bug drink.
Well, I was at Summer House a couple nights ago, and I ordered a lavender haze.
Oh.
Summer House.
Was it delicious?
It was delicious.
I don't know what the connection is to Taylor Swift.
It's one of her
but
songs.
I mean, it's like the second song on the new album. I mean, Luke, how have you not listened to?
Let me tell you what happened at Summer House once, real quick, not to get off track. Summer House, I was there with my wife and my in-laws, and we were having lunch. And as we were sitting there waiting for a table, this guy goes by, and first I checked, peeked my head into the bar to see if there were tables in there. And I thought to myself, well, that guy looks like Dave Grohl. Went back, stood in line. All of a sudden, the guy goes to the bathroom. He comes out. He's wearing Vans. I'm like, that is Dave Grohl. And so I'm poking my sister. I'm like, my wife. I'm like, that's Dave Grohl. She's like, what? I'm like, Foo Fighters, Dave Grohl. He's right there. Nirvana, that's the guy. She's like, you think it's really him? She's like, it's not him. Like, he does come to Chicago a lot. He usually goes to Peace Pizza.
Yeah.
But
You know where he's
sure
from.
enough, he was just sitting at the bar. There were maybe 4 other people at the bar in there. For about an hour, and I was like, should I go over there and tell him like he's like one of the last remaining ultimate rock stars?
Yeah.
I'm like, nah, he already knows it. Didn't want to bother him. Just one person went over and bought him a drink. I saw somebody put a drink down, but otherwise, I don't know if nobody realized it was Dave Grohl or if they were just like, you know what?
Yeah.
Cool, it's Dave Grohl. Let him be.
You guys
Just
know
hanging
where
at
he's
the bar
from?
drinking beer.
Warren, Ohio, which is 5 minutes from where I'm from.
Wow.
Congratulations.
Northeast Ohio guy.
Yeah.
Is that close to where Schwarber's from?
Where is Kyle Schwarber from?
Somewhere in Ohio.
I had an opportunity to meet Dave Grohl backstage with them Crooked Vultures in 2010, and I decided to stay at home and watch Game 2 of the Western Conference Finals, Blackhawks versus Sharks. I still think I made the right decision, but
No, he did not.
I probably wouldn't have made the same decision had I known 3 cups were in the offing. So,
Yeah. Yeah.
anyhow.
Sorry, I got us off track there.
Middletown.
Cool new sponsor, everyone. Bloop, bloop. Sunnyside Cannabis Dispensary is your home for judgment-free cannabis shopping. It is a place where all kinds of visitors are welcome to explore, discover, and purchase a wide array of high-quality products. Sunnyside has everything you need to elevate your summer. And again, it's your one-stop shop for all your cannabis needs, no matter where you are on your cannabis journey. Easy online ordering and in-store pickup, and a great transparent loyalty program, Sunnyside Rewards. Sunnyside is Illinois' favorite dispensary from city to suburbs, Wrigleyville to River North, Champaign to South Beloit. Sunnyside's house of brands. Pretty cool. I don't know if you've heard about this, Luke.
I have heard of some.
You ever heard of Mindy Siegel?
Yeah, she's the hot chocolate.
Yeah.
Hot chocolate, one of the
Now she sells gummies that are hot chocolate.
one of the world's greatest bakers. She has Mindy's. You can go in there to Sunnyside, get Mindy's, best tasting gummies and chocolate edibles,
Damon.
created
Damon
by
Abney.
James Beard award-winning chef Mindy Siegel.
I gotta
and
be honest
Cresco
though.
Labs.
Okay, as someone who's recently dabbled in a few gummies, I don't want them to taste
Like
good.
an hour ago.
You're supposed to
Why?
eat half of one. The one I had last weekend, I just wanted to eat them because they were delicious. But you can't just eat 100 gummies.
But the
About
thing is,
self-control, Lawrence.
the great thing about Sunnyside is you go in there and you talk to the people, they'll tell you how much to take.
Right, yeah.
Half of one. Period. Done.
Kev, apparently you're smoking something in the comments.
Well, I think that was probably in relation to my 9 or 10.
Yeah, I think so.
Anyhow,
Oh.
Wonder Wellness Wonder Wellness Company wants to make the world of cannabis simple to understand and easy to experience for everyone. The brand's low-dose formulations offered in gummies and mints allow people to control their high, whether it's for microdosing throughout the day or easing into their cannabis experience. Look, if you want to check out Sunnyside, they have an awesome deal for CHGO listeners. Through August, head to sunnyside.shop and use code CHGO25 at checkout for 25% off your total order. One use per customer. That's not only for new customers, anyone can use our code. So pick up everything you need to elevate your summer. Must be 21 plus or an Illinois MedCard holder.
It's always sunny at CHGO. That would be a good shirt. Little Sunnyside logo, little CHGO logo.
Oh.
Little cross promotion.
Okay,
Just
there
an
we go.
idea, everybody. Hey, wow, Father's Day is Sunday.
Is it?
Yeah, a lot of people still don't have anything for dear old dad. Don't worry. That's where the sponsors of today's show, Manscaped, come in handy. You and I both know he needs something serious for the grooming in his life, so grab your dad the Performance Package 4.0. He'll thank you for helping him tame his beast. It's a win-win situation. Go to manscaped.com and use the code CHGO for 20% off plus free shipping. You might ask, how is this Lawnmower 4.0 different from other trimmers? Well, it's an upgraded trimmer. Includes a multi-function on-off switch that can engage a travel lock. This is a great feature if your father or yourself maybe does a lot of traveling. Also gives you the ability to turn on a 4000K LED spotlight on and off when needed for a more precise shave. Lawnmower 4.0 also allows you to customize your trim from size 1 to size 4. Have you ever seen those nose bushes sticking out of your dad's nostrils? Well, the Weed Whacker 2.0 nose and ear hair trimmer is the best nose hair trimmer on the market and the perfect gift for your dear old dad. Get dad a gift you know he will use. 20% off, free shipping at manscaped.com. Use the code CHGO. Don't forget, you came from your dad's balls. This year, show the original home for you some love with Manscaped.
I did forget, but thanks for the reminder.
Yikes. Just yikes.
And, yeah.
Shout out to Antoine. He's saying, where is Big Dave? I need some of his energy today. Work is torture right now.
He's in the building.
Well, that was pretty. I
Big
thought
Dave,
I
come give a
pep talk,
Manscaped
Big
a lot of
Dave.
juice.
He'll be here in 20 minutes.
We'll be here in
Antoine.
20 minutes on the Bull Show.
Yeah, as long as
wanna
we
come-
get the show going. That's all I'll say.
You're welcome to come reread the Manscaped ad. I thought I did my best. I thought it was some of my finer work. Dave can't come over. He said he is manscaping right now.
Okay,
He's got the lawnmower out
He's
right now.
currently manscaping.
Hey, by the way, guys, this week's Taking Care of Business Award, powered by our friends at ComEd. Who is it? The Professor. Kyle Hendricks, Cubs starter, 8 shutout innings, a no-hitter into the 8th. He ends up 7 2/3, 1 hit, no runs. Hats off to Kyle Hendricks. I thought one of the coolest things that I've heard is former teammates. I heard him on the radio talking about how former teammates called him up and sent him text messages, and his phone was just blowing up after the game because so many people appreciate, the way he does it. He's not one single pitch hit 90 miles an hour. All about location and movement. Location and movement. It was vintage Kyle Hendricks. Almost threw a no-hitter. He'd like to throw it, but it was former teammates that called him up. Rizzo's giving him a call. Hayward's giving him a call. Guess who else? Sorry, Cubs fans that don't like him anymore. Wilson Contreras made sure to reach out to him. Players around baseball because he's one of the most beloved players in baseball. Who doesn't like Kyle Hendricks?
The most
He's hard.
tenured athlete in Chicago.
Yes.
He's hard not to like, honestly.
He talked about the possibility that he could be traded. He's accepted that fact if it comes to that, but he wants to be here and he wants to play many more years in a Cubs uniform.
It would have been
be
great.
his goal.
It happened on a Saturday night. We were kind of trying to get things together. Are we ready to do an emergency pod? Are people ready? And then just as we started sending those texts around, it got broken up, so blame us.
You can't say it.
Well,
Why do
you
we
have
do
to be
that?
ready. How are you going to do an emergency pod without any pre-planning?
Don't be ridiculous. It has nothing to do with anything.
I think it does. Every time someone
No.
mentions it, it gets broken up.
Nope. Kyle Hendricks, this week's Taking Care of Business Award, powered by ComEd.
How are you feeling about the Cubs, Luke?
Mildly optimistic. I think step one for the Cubs is winning tonight. If you can win 3 games
Sweep
and
the
grain
Pirates.
3 games on the first place Pirates, that would be a good first step.
They have no excuse. Marcus Stroman is on the mound.
Stroh show on the mound. He put the pressure on himself, saying he wants a deal. Cubs haven't responded. This is the first game since, so we'll see how he pitches tonight in what really could be considered a must-win game for the Cubs. Got to beat the Pirates because the Orioles are coming here this weekend at Wrigley. Not an easy team to beat, but you got to beat the teams in your division. the reason I'm only mildly optimistic, if they were to get back to the 500 mark, that would be the next step.
Mm-hmm.
That would put them, I believe, in contention for the division. You hope Bellinger comes back and plays well. You hope that Kyle Hendricks pitches somewhat like he just did in that last game. You hope that Steele comes back this weekend, pitches well against the Orioles. If all those things happen, there should be more wins than there are. If you look at the analytics, they've been the unluckiest team in key positions in the game all season. Some of the numbers are starting to go back the other way because of the last couple of games. If they can get a little bit of luck on their side and they can play better baseball, they have a shot in a horrible division. The Sox are in the worst division in all of baseball. The Cubs are in the second worst division in all of baseball. Both teams are in it, like 4.5, 5.5 games out, and they're like 16 games combined below 500. So I don't think they're going anywhere in the postseason. But if you're saying to me, what about competing and making it interesting for a little while?
I'll take it at
mildly
this point.
Optimistic.
We honestly don't want to drag these teams into the trade deadline and be sad about everything like both sides of town have been so far. And you're right. You look at that NL Central, I would say even the Cardinals are still, for as awful of a season they've had, Cardinals are still in play for that division. They're
Epically
like,
bad season.
8.5, not 9 games out, right?
Yeah.
The Reds have played themselves into contention.
Yeah, your dude, Ellie, though, is like 0 for his last 12.
I know. Very sad.
You started betting on him.
I believe Bellinger is back in the lineup tonight.
Gary Russell is batting 6th.
Yeah, so there it is. He's back for a big game.
So getting Bellinger and Justin Steele back, does that put them over? I mean, does that put them where they need to be?
One or two guys, I don't know that they do that, but they are key guys because Steele is your 1A, 1B ace. So if he can come back and continue that. And Bellinger is one of the most important bats on the team for two reasons. One, he's one of the few guys that can hit the ball out of the ballpark. Like, the Cubs came back and scored 10 runs after being down 5-1 last night.
Mm-hmm.
And it was nickel and diming their way. That just doesn't happen. The game before, 2 3-run homers, you see how quickly the runs can add up and change a game. Like, when you get two guys on, a single is nice, but it's not a home run. So Bellinger's one of those guys, and he's a left-handed bat. And you can't – it makes a big difference when you have a left-handed bat that can hit for power. That's why we hoped Mervis was going to come up and have a great first run at the majors. But Bellinger – and he's great defensively too. So, yes, they are two key guys on this roster.
Yeah. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens with the Sox. They're out in L.A. They had a big comeback victory last night against the Dodgers.
They still suck.
Dylan Cease on the mound tonight. You never know. Got to be more positive, Laura.
Sorry, the 6th inning last night was the most pathetic thing I've ever seen in my life.
But at least they came back.
Yeah, that's great.
Jake
but like
Burger.
The reality of that team is what
Burger
happened.
time, baby.
And
the door just opened by itself.
It has multiple times since we've been on the air, and that is an outrageously heavy door.
Well,
to let you
has
know
that happened before?
It happens all the time.
I've been seeing it happen a couple times.
It happens all the time because people don't lock the door before they come. And they
I went out there to take a picture of the Sears Tower on her 50th birthday.
Cheers.
That's wide open.
All right. We are so excited to partner with our friends at Circle K. Check out your local Circle K for the best coffee, beer, and snack selection and premium gas. Look out for freebies and giveaways too down the road. Circle K has your favorite road trip snacks. I'm sure Kacy and the gang will be stocking up as they head towards Nashville. I know we talked last week, Kacy, about what you were going to stock up on. What were you going to stock up on?
I told you I like weird candy.
Oh, yeah, weird candy.
I'm weird.
# weird candies.
I said sun chips. I said.
Did you have
sun chips are good back?
Did you have like those gummy
Rolos? She said Rolos.
Chocolate gummies from
Did you have those gummy watermelons over
That
there?
was Emma.
That was Emma.
Those were Emma's.
I ate like half of them.
Well, yeah.
I came in. I was like,
community gummies.
Turns out they were cannabis gummies.
No, they weren't. But she would do that.
Yeah.
By the way, Mervis down to Iowa for Bellinger.
I saw Gary was reporting that in the.
That's factual.
Is this an ad read we're doing?
Sorry.
Just checking.
Sorry, my bad.
Thanks to Circle K for sponsoring CHGO. Visit the nearest Circle K to pick up all your favorite finds.
83 in Arlington Heights Road is my place. That's where I stop. Circle K right next to McDonald's.
All right, guys. When you buy tickets to your favorite events like Taylor Swift, Like a Cubs game, it shouldn't be stressful. GameTime is the fast and easy way to buy tickets for all the sports, music, comedy, theater near you. Killer deals on last-minute tickets and their best price guaranteed. You can stop stressing over the tickets and start getting hyped for the fun you're going to have. If you browse through the GameTime app and talk about... Oh, that's what we're doing. We're doing that. We're going to the GameTime app. Lawrence is going to help us out.
That was a directive.
Yes. So when you go to GameTime, it's so easy to use. I actually bought my Cubs ticket yesterday on GameTime. My bleacher ticket.
Bleacher seat?
Yeah, I had a blast. And it was so easy to find. And you can see there the flash deals too. Last minute tickets. Easy to find. Buy tickets for every kind of event in your area. There's image seats that you can view. I'm a big fan of that because you got to know where you're looking, especially for concerts at different venues. Lowest price guarantee, event cancellation protection, job loss protection, etc. GameTime is the place for last minute ticket deals. Forget planning months in advance. You don't have to. You can be spontaneous. GameTime has deals on tickets right up to the day of the event. Get exclusive flash deals on tickets for football, basketball, baseball, concerts, comedy, theater, and more. And the GameTime guarantee means you'll always get the best price. If you find tickets in the same section and row for less, GameTime will credit you 110% of the difference. It's the fastest growing ticket app in the country for a reason. You get images of your seats, like we said.
Key.
You can get tickets in a matter of seconds, 2 taps, and you're set. Tickets are sent directly to your phone, so you'll never have to dig through your email. I'm a big fan of that because I'll have a lot of junk email. You got to find your ticket easily. Snag the tickets without the stress with GameTime. Download the GameTime app, create an account, and use code CHGO for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, all you have to do is create an account and redeem code CHGO for $20 off. Download GameTime today. Last minute tickets, lowest price guaranteed.
So one of the people that went to Taylor Swift with us, she bought through a competitor. And it took them a long time to send that ticket.
See?
She was outside
Big
Soldier
mistake.
Field waiting for them to email the ticket.
My GameTime ticket for yesterday's game came immediately. It was perfect. I knew where I was going to go, ready to go, and I didn't
Lawrence,
pay that much.
can you call up the Game Time so we can look at Game Time Game of the Week or Event of the Week?
Oh, yeah. What are we going to do?
They've got that little cool thing, so you can actually, like, if you want just something to do this week and you don't really know what you want to see, they have like, all right, here's all the events this weekend. We got popular events near you. I think it's a little further down.
I mean, Cubs Orioles. You
They have
the
events
weather
under
forecast?
$50.
75 to 85
That's
Friday,
good.
Saturday, Sunday. Cubs Orioles.
So that's
Big one.
this week, right? Got Orioles at Cubs.
Yeah.
We've got Bellator, if you like the MMA,
here you go.
UFC.
AEW Collision. CM Punk, his return to AEW.
Oh, yeah, CM Punk.
United Center, that
Guy Phil.
get him by set.
We got $50. Why isn't he here promoting it? How come we didn't book him?
I think AEW is too big at this point. They don't need a promotion.
Too big for CHGO?
Let's see if we can get him in here.
Okay.
Orioles Cubs, that seems like a great Father's Day.
Boom.
I
Yeah.
think that's the pick for Game of the Week. Father's Day
Yes.
at Wrigley Field.
That's what I would say. And just the weather's, it's going to be a perfect weekend. Win or lose or don't like either team. What a day to go sit at Wrigley Field, weather-wise.
Love it. All right,
Wear your
let's
sunscreen.
take this one home. It is time for
Scroll stoppers.
Scroll Stoppers.
Oh, gosh.
It's
It's time for
time.
Scroll Stoppers?
Stoppers.
Time for Scroll Stoppers.
I
And
guess we
I'm
should
sorry
play the
we went
music.
over.
Oh, here we go.
Here's
There we
my
go.
music. Okay. Couple fun things to talk about today. Number one, we mentioned it earlier. The Sears Tower. Willis
Sears-
Tower, if you
No,
will.
no. Sears, you had
not
it
Sears.
right.
if I will.
Sears
I will
Tower.
not.
I will
Don't
not.
correct yourself.
Is 50 today.
Hooray.
Happy birthday,
Pretty
Sears. You know, and Kev, you posted this from our Twitter. Look how majestic she is. Happy birthday, babe.
That's hard
I
to
love the
50.
Sears Tower. I don't know what its architectural reputation is if people make fun of it.
tall.
Why?
I don't think they do. I have no idea.
They don't.
Usually architects are like, oh, those are just phallic symbols.
Sure.
Yeah, they're
Probably.
usually not really into
That's
the
really
big.
not.
It's part of what makes Chicago, Chicago. I'll tell you
Only
this.
50 years old?
What's that?
Only.
I'm older than the Sears Tower?
Oh, no.
You are.
Sorry about that.
Congrats.
Holy
My dad
crap.
worked in the Sears Tower when I was very young. So So it was pretty freaking cool. Like, I forgot exactly. Like, I think it was like 70th or 80th floor.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool when you're a kid.
Yeah.
And your dad works in the Sears Tower and you get to go up in it, like, and look out
That
the
is
windows
cool.
and everything.
Got a new food court and stuff down there now.
Been in there?
Yeah, they've renovated it. Very
Sears.
Happy birthday,
Happy
Sears.
birthday,
Sears.
Sears. You're a babe. Still look good at 50. I think she's having a party, too. Why
I
not?
didn't know that was a woman.
It's a woman.
Okay.
It's a she.
I hope I look that good at 50.
You're all backhanded cuts at me, but I understand.
All right, our next topic is from UK Chicago Bulls. Our guy, he was on the show. I forget his last name or his first name. Is it
Jimmy.
Pat?
It's Jimmy.
Jimmy found an Argentinian steakhouse in Amsterdam that had the Bulls logo. If you look close on this video or picture, excuse me,
Yeah.
that is clearly
Yeah, the
a
Bulls.
copyright issue.
The Bulls
Argentango Steakhouse.
might want to make a phone call on that one.
Yeah, it's from the Argentango Steakhouse. I think they were just trying to be like, oh, it's an Argentinian bull. But this is the Bulls logo.
I mean,
Oh,
hold on a
100%
minute.
the Bulls logo.
Are we sure that that is not owned by former Bull Andres Nocioni?
Even if it is, he
Oh,
can't
no
use
shit.
We're
it.
not sure. It might be.
Could be Chapu.
I think if it's owned by Nosh, I will allow it.
I'm going to look it up. Anyway,
It probably
It's
is.
Chapu.
that's amazing. And last but certainly not least, to round out the day, we got to give some love to our friends over at DNVR, All City Family, celebrating their second championship in a year.
Yeah, save some for us, DNVR. Save some titles for us.
Right.
History has been made. They tweeted the scene from the bar when the Nuggets won the NBA title. This is just awesome. I mean, it looked like it
Yeah.
was electric in there.
Did you guys know they have a bar?
Everyone at DNVR is out at the parade today. Totally jealous.
Oh my
Did
God.
Jokic decide to stay? That was the funniest thing ever.
I know.
Where he's like, oh, no, I need to
gotta
go
go
home.
home.
It's Thursday? No, I have to go home.
no.
My horses.
Do you like?
Funny.
Do you like his act?
I don't
His
think it's an
act?
act. That's who he is.
Well, no, I mean
His quote, one thing I do love about him is the honesty that he said, basketball isn't the most important thing in my life. It's just something I'm good at. And he gets paid well, and he's very, historically good at it. But, his family's more important. Other things are more important to him than basketball.
Yeah.
He gives it the time when he wants to. And it's enough. The guy's a champion. He's an MVP.
Careful. That's like the Andrew Luck kiss of death.
He's got the ring.
yeah, it's fine. I like that. I guess I just want my athletes to just be a little cooler, more engaged. I don't know.
I mean, his interview immediately
It was
after
fun.
the
It was
game
funny.
like,
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, the job is done. We can all go home now.
And him finding out that the parade wasn't until Thursday, because I'm sure there was a lot of those athletes like,
Yeah.
good Lord, like, I want to go home. But
No. Are you looking forward to going to the parade? No.
yeah.
When is the parade? Thursday? No, I have to go home.
I have to go home.
So good.
By
But
the
I
way-
am happy for the DNVR guys. The bar, that was, the game's obviously at night. The bar had people lining up at 11 o'clock in the
Right.
morning.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
11 o'clock in the morning.
Got to get there early if you want to go get a seat at the bar.
That's going to be like the Bears-Broncos tailgate coming up here for
That's gonna be fun.
CHGO.
It's going to be fun.
It's going to be a big one.
By the way, I was going to buy tickets. I saw those rumors that Messi was coming. So
Yeah.
and I jumped on, and at that point, I could have bought like $50 seats for the Fire visit, whatever. And I thought, well, I'm not going to do this because I'll probably buy like 10 seats, and then something will go wrong, and I'll be stuck with $500 of Fire tickets that I will have to light on fire. And like now they're selling for like $300.
Man, that's a mistake.
That was a bad investment thing.
Well,
Ticked me
you live
off.
and you learn.
And that was Scroll Stoppers. And that's our show.
Whoop, whoop.
Thanks for hanging out with us, everybody.
Yeah, thanks for joining the Chicago Sports Podcast. We'll be back next Thursday, same time, 3 p.m. Also, make sure to check out my new podcast, CHGO Marathon. Had a good first episode with Andy Behrens.
You're off and running.
That's what I was
Off
going to
and
say.
running.
That was coming out of my mouth, Lawrence. That was so good.
Oh,
We
gosh.
thought of the greatest joke at the same time.
We
I
are
like that.
not dead.
Off and running.
All right, thanks for joining us. We'll see you next week. Peace out.
Bye-bye.